Yeah, in the previous class, we were discussing about aromaticity. How you can say one organic compound is aromatic or non-aromatic compound. So what I told you, aromatic and non-aromatic nature, how to find out different rules I told, means for different conditions I told you. First condition, what I told you to be aromatic, first condition is that the compound should be cyclic. The organic compound should be cyclic. Second condition is what? Second condition, the atoms, all the atoms in the ring, all the atoms in the ring should be conjugated. All the atoms in the ring should be conjugated to each other. That means pi conjugation should be there, alternate pi bond should be there. Otherwise, at alternative positions, pi bond and lone pair should be there. So lone pair and pi bond conjugation should be there. Otherwise, the C plus, the carbon with positive charge and pi bond should be at conjugation, should be at alternative position. Otherwise, C minus, the carbon with negative charge and pi bond should be at alternative position. That means all the atoms in the ring should be conjugated. And third condition, what I told you, 4n plus 2 rule should be followed. 4n plus 2 rule, what I told you, Haeckel's rule. What is called? Haeckel's rule, otherwise 4n plus 2 rule. So according to this rule, what now? When you equate 4n plus 2 with the number of pi electrons in the ring, in the cyclic compound, n should be coming to be integer. If n is coming to be integer, it is called aromatic compound. If n is non-integer, that is non-aromatic compound. See, integers we are taking 0 n value. So here 4 into n, 4n plus 2 rule we are following. Here 4 into n value, what I have taken 0 integer. If you take 0, 4 into 0, 0, 0 plus 2 electrons. There are 2 pi electrons, right? Like that here, if you take 4 into n value 1, n is 1 taken here. That means integer is taken here. N into 1 means 4 into 1. 4 into 1, it is 4, 4 plus 2, 6. So 6 pi electrons. If 6 pi electrons present in the ring, that must be following what? Aromatic nature. That means what? It must have aromatic character. So 2 electrons, 2 pi electrons in the cyclic compound, 6 pi electrons in the cyclic compound, 10 pi electrons in the cyclic compound, 14 pi electrons in the cyclic compound will make it aromatic compound. So first condition, what I told you, the compound, organic compound should be cyclic, and all the atoms in the cycle should be, the ring structure should be conjugated to each other. And 4n plus 2 rule should be followed. 4n plus 2 pi electrons should be present. N is what your integer value. Okay, so this way these numbers can be taken as what your magic numbers. 2, 6, 10, 14 pi electrons will make organic compound aromatic in nature. So Haeckel's rule for aromatic compounds. For aromatic compounds, what is taken here? Haeckel's rule means 4n plus 2 rule is here. So number of pi electrons should be made equal to what? 4n plus 2. And n should be coming to be integer. If n is integer only, aromatic compound we take. Otherwise, we say it is not aromatic compound. Suppose you take benzene, first example. In benzene, how many pi electrons there? 6 pi electrons there. 3 pi bonds there. 3 pi bonds indicating what here? 6 electrons. Totally. 6 pi electrons available in benzene. So 6 pi electrons means what? 4n plus 2, n value will become 1. If 4n plus 2 is equal to 6 pi electrons, then n value will come to be 1. N value will be equal to 1. That is integer. It is what? Integer value. As n value is integer, it must be aromatic compound. Like that. Next, pyrrole. Pyrrole. In this pyrrole here, see, this is one pi bond. Here one pi bond is there. Here one pi bond is there. 2 pi bonds. 2 electrons in this pi bond. In this pi bond, 2 electrons. So 4 pi electrons. Along with that, these 2 electrons here, 2 electrons of nitrogen will also form pi bond. This lone pair of nitrogen is in conjugation with pi bond. That means what? Lone pair and pi bond conjugation is there here. Here also, this side also lone pair and pi bond conjugation is there. And pi bond conjugation is there. Pi bond conjugation. So in this way, all the atoms here, carbon atom, carbon atom, carbon atom, carbon atom. So here 4 carbon atoms and nitrogen atom. All these atoms are conjugated to each other. Okay. That's why how many pi electrons should be taken? 2 pi bonds, 4 electrons. 4 plus these 2 electrons. This lone pair will also act as what? Pi electrons only. Because this lone pair may form pi bond. Lone pair may be forming pi bond. So the 2 electrons of this lone pair on nitrogen should also be taken as pi electrons only. So 2 electrons here and 4 electrons here. Totally how many pi electrons we have to take? 6 pi electrons. Again 4n plus 2 is equal to 6 pi electrons. N value will be 1. N value 1 indicates integer. So pyrrole is an aromatic compound. Here in pyrrole, the ring is made up of 4 carbon atoms and 1 nitrogen atom, right? So it is heterocyclic or homocyclic, no? It is heterocyclic compound because one heteroatom nitrogen is there along with carbon atoms. And benzene is what? Homocyclic because all carbon atoms only there here. In benzene only carbon atoms are present. So it is homocyclic. Pyrrole is what? Heterocyclic compound. Is it benzenoid, non-benzenoid pyrrole? Non-benzenoid. Why it is non-benzenoid? It is not having hexagonal structure. It is having pentagonal structure here. So it is non-benzenoid aromatic compound. Non-benzenoid aromatic compound. And next one, furan. Okay, so furan is what now here? Having oxygen atom as what? Heteroatom. What is heteroatom present here? Oxygen. Oxygen belongs to which group? Group 16. Group 16. So group 16 has how many valence electrons? 6 valence electrons. How many valence electrons? 6 valence electrons present in oxygen atom. Out of 6 valence electrons, 1 electron contributed in this bond, 1 electron contributed in this bond. Still how many electrons there here? 4 electrons in the form of how many lone pairs? 2 lone pairs. On oxygen atom, after formation of 2 bonds, there will be 2 lone pairs available. Out of 2 lone pairs on same heteroatom, only 1 lone pair will be in conjugation. Only 1 lone pair will be involved in conjugation. This lone pair and this pi bond at alternative position we have to take. And this lone pair and this pi bond at alternative position. Here pi bond and lone pair conjugation. Pi bond and lone pair conjugation. This one pi and pi conjugation. This pi bond at alternative position. Na? So pi conjugation is there. Pi and lone pair conjugation is there. Out of 2 lone pairs, 1 lone pair will be involved in conjugation. Then we have to say this oxygen atom, that is heteroatom, is in conjugation with carbon. This carbon. So this carbon is in conjugation with this carbon. And this carbon is in conjugation with this carbon. And this carbon also is in conjugation with this carbon. So all the atoms in the ring are conjugated. And the structure is cyclic structure. And also following Huckel's rule or not, we'll check it now. See, how many pi electrons here? Here 2 electrons of this pi bond, 2 electrons of this pi bond. Out of 2 lone pairs, only 1 lone pair electrons should be considered. We should not take 2 lone pairs, 4 electrons here. Only 1 lone pair should be taken out of 2 lone pairs. So 1 lone pair means 2 electrons here. 2 electrons, 2 electrons, 2 electrons. Totally 6 pi electrons should be considered here. 6 pi electrons should be taken. So 6 pi electrons indicates what again? Again 4n plus 2 is equal to 6 pi electrons. Then n is equal to 1 integer. That's why the furan is also an organic compound. Is it heterocyclic or homocyclic? Heterocyclic, because the heteroatom is there other than carbon is there here in the ring. So it is what now? Heterocyclic aromatic compound. Heterocyclic aromatic compound. Benzene is what? Homocyclic aromatic compound. Homocyclic means carbocyclic. The total ring is made up of carbon atoms, right? Therefore, it is called carbocyclic or homocyclic. Next, one more example is thiophene. Thiophene. The word thio belongs to which element? Sulfur. If sulfur is present as the heteroatom, it is taken the word thio. Thiophene is the word used for this compound. Here it is pentagon or hexagon? Pentagon. Here pentagon. So furan, pyrrole, thiophene. The 3 have what? Pentagonal structure, and at one corner sulfur is there here. At one corner oxygen is there in furan. One nitrogen is present at one corner of pentagon in pyrrole. Like this, these three compounds are what now here? Heterocyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. Heterocyclic and aromatic compounds. And these three, pyrrole, furan, and thiophene, are they benzenoid or non-benzenoid aromatic? Non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. Likewise, here see cyclopropynyl, cyclopropynyl. Okay, here how many double bonds in this ring? One double bond is there, so en. Okay, so a cyclopropynyl carbocation. Here cation or anion, this one? Cation. The carbon here having what? Carbon has plus charge here. So it is what? Carbocation we say. It is double bonded carbon. It is double bonded carbon. Is that clear, ma? So it is what now here? Cyclopropynyl ion. Cyclopropynyl ion. And also remember here, this carbon has positive charge on it and two bonds there here with two carbons. With two other carbons, this carbon has what? Two bonds. And one more bond is there with hydrogen, remember. One more bond is there with the hydrogen here. Now this carbon has totally how many bonds? 1, 2, 3 bonds plus positive charge is there. So it is called what now? Carbocation. And this carbon also has one hydrogen attached to it. This carbon also has one hydrogen attached to it. Each carbon has one hydrogen on it. So this carbon already has 1, 2, 3 bonds. Here double bond means 2 bonds here. Single bond, 1 bond. 3 bonds already there here. Fourth bond with hydrogen. So it is zero charge. On this carbon, neutral means what? No charge on this. No positive, no negative charge. On this carbon also no negative, no positive. If carbon has 4 bonds around it, 1, 2, 3, 4. If carbon has 4 bonds on it, it must be taken as what? Neutral carbon. Neither positive charge nor negative charge resides on it. But here this carbon with how many bonds? 3 bonds only. The carbon with the 3 bonds. If it carries positive charge, it is called carbocation. What is called? Carbocation. And also remember, here this carbon has at least one double bond. No? At least one double bond means it should be sp2 carbon, I say. sp2 carbon, when we say, if carbon has at least one double bond, it must be sp2 carbon. This carbon has 2 single bonds and one double bond. This carbon has 2 single bonds and one double bond. So these two are sp2 carbons. It is also sp2 carbon. But this one you take here, carbon has here 3 single bonds and positive charge. If carbon has 3 single bonds and 1 positive charge, it is also sp2 carbon. sp2 hybridization takes place here. So in C+, which type of hybridization takes place here? sp2 takes place. So it is also sp2 carbon. So how many sp2 carbons here? 3 sp2 carbons. sp3 should not be there. If sp3 carbon is present, non-aromatic compound, that one. If sp3 carbon is present, non-aromatic compound. So only sp2 carbons must be present. sp2 carbons only should be present. sp2 hybridization gives which type of shape? Trigonal, planar. Trigonal, planar geometry. Trigonal, planar means planar, non-planar geometry. This one, sp2 gives rise to planar geometry, non-planar geometry, planar geometry. So the molecule should be planar, non-planar. The molecule should be planar. Then only aromatic character will be exhibited. Remember, that's why the carbon atom should be sp2 carbons only, which will give planar geometry, trigonal planar geometry. Is that clear, ma? So cyclopropynyl ion has what? Aromatic character. Here, how many pi electrons there in this? Tell me. 1 pi bond is there. 1 pi bond means how many electrons? 2 electrons. Only 2 electrons of this pi bond. 2 electrons of this pi bond. That's all. And C plus doesn't contain any electrons on it. C plus does not contain any electrons on it. Carbon has actually how many valence electrons? 4. Out of 4 valence electrons, 1 electron already lost here, plus 1. C plus 1 formed here. Remaining 3 electrons contributed in 3 bonds. In 3 bonds, 3 electrons contributed. Is the concept clear now? So it is carbocation. Okay. Next. Here, pyridine or pyridine. Okay, so in this pyridine molecule, nitrogen, carbon, carbon, all these carbon atoms here. These all are carbon atoms, and here nitrogen is there. It is heteroatom. What is this? Heteroatom. Now look at this here. Here pi bond is there. Here one pi bond is there. Here one pi bond is there. How many pi bonds available in the ring? 3 pi bonds. So how many electrons? 6 pi electrons we have taken. Now why we are not taking 2 electrons of this nitrogen here? Because the 2 electrons present on the heteroatom, which is double bonded. This heteroatom itself is double bonded. This heteroatom nitrogen is itself double bonded atom. That's why this double bonded heteroatom, if it contains electron pair, this lone pair will not be taken as what? Pi electrons. Here in this pyrrole, why these 2 electrons considered? Because this nitrogen heteroatom is single bonded. There is no double bond here. Single bonded nitrogen. This single bonded heteroatom has one lone pair. These 2 electrons of lone pair should be taken as pi electrons. Is the point clear here? This nitrogen contains 1 electron pair. This should be taken as pi electrons. But in pyridine, nitrogen has lone pair, okay. But the nitrogen is having double bond. So this double bonded nitrogen carrying lone pair will not be taken into consideration. This lone pair doesn't contribute pi electrons. So here 3 pi bonds only to be taken. 3 pi bonds contain 6 pi electrons. 6 pi electrons indicates what? N value will become 1. Is that clear, ma'am? So here, what they can note, you see a note is given red dots. Red color dots indicate pi electrons. The red color dots indicate what here? Pi electrons. The black dots, these 2 dots, black dots on oxygen do not contribute pi electrons. Only these 2 red electrons will be involved in pi bond formation. Next now, another example is that imidazole, imidazole, IMIDA. So imidazole, what is the name of this one? Imidazole. So in this case now here, this nitrogen heteroatom has 1 lone pair, and this nitrogen atom is single bonded nitrogen atom it is, and 1 lone pair is there. These 2 electrons of the lone pair will be involved in pi bond formation. Here pi bond, 2 electrons. See this one here. This nitrogen also has 1 lone pair, but this nitrogen is single bonded, double bonded. It is double bonded. So the double bonded nitrogen which contains lone pair will not be making pi bond formation. But the electrons present, the lone pair electrons present on the single bonded nitrogen will contribute pi electrons. Is that clear, my concept? So these 2 electrons of this nitrogen should not be taken as pi electrons, but these 2 electrons will be taken as pi electrons. Here, how many pi bonds inside the ring? 1 pi bond here, 1 pi bond here. 2 pi bonds, 4 electrons, and 2 electrons of this lone pair. Totally 6 pi electrons there. 6 pi electrons indicating integer how much? N value how much here? 1. So it is aromatic compound. Again, is heterocyclic or homocyclic? Heterocyclic. This pyridine also heterocyclic. Next, oxazole. Here it is imidazole. Generally, whenever the word imid comes, we have to take double bonded nitrogen. Remember, the double bonded nitrogen, if it is present, okay, if double bonded nitrogen is present, it is called imid. So imide means double bonded NH. Double bonded NH group is called imide. And bond CONH2 is called amide, we know. Amide. Bond CONH2 is called amide, but it is imide, IMIDE, double bond NH. So here, whenever double bond is there, we have to take it as imid. So imidazole. Here it is what? Oxazole. Oxygen is there here. So as oxygen is present, it is called oxazole. Here see, in this oxygen, here on this oxygen atom, 2 electron pairs will be there. How many electron pairs will be there? 2 electron pairs will be there. Here 1 electron pair, black dots. The black dots do not involve in bond formation. Remember, The black dots do not involve in bond formation. Only the red electrons, red colored dots will involve in pi bond formation. Okay, so these two electrons of this pi bond, sorry, two electrons of this lone pair will involve in pi bond formation. So these two electrons will be taken as pi electrons. And here double bond means one pi bond. Here double bond indicates one pi bond. So two pi bonds, 4 electrons. One lone pair, 2 electrons. So it is 6 electrons. 6 pi electrons will be taken here. Why this electron pair not taken from nitrogen atom? Because double bonded nitrogen. It is double bonded nitrogen. The 2 electrons of the double bonded nitrogen will not be contributing for formation of pi bond. Is the concept clear? So here 6 electrons we have taken. Next case, what? Tell me. Next example, observe. You only observe it properly. See, in this next example, here pyrimidine, imidine. Okay, pyrimidine. So imide means what I told you, double bond and nitrogen should be present. Okay, so pyridine generally this one, it is pyridine. In this pyridine, one more place, one more carbon, this carbon place is occupied by what? Nitrogen. Here, this double bonded carbon became what? Double bonded nitrogen here. So this carbon atom replaced by nitrogen. From pyridine molecule, this carbon atom, double bonded carbon, is replaced by double bonded nitrogen. Is that clear, ma? So this double bonded nitrogen has one lone pair. These 2 electrons will not form pi bond because these 2 electrons present on double bonded nitrogen. Here, this nitrogen also has double bond, na? So this double bonded nitrogen also cannot contribute for pi bond. So here, these 2 electrons do not form pi bond. So inside the ring, how many pi electrons there? 6 pi electrons there. Here, 3 pi bonds indicating what? 6 pi electrons. So 6 pi electrons means n value 1. And naphthalene, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally 5 pi bonds. 5 pi bonds indicate what? 10 electrons. So when 10 electrons there, 4n plus 2 is equal to 10. Then 4n is equal to 8. N is equal to 2. N is equal to 2 indicating what here? Integer. That's why it is. Naphthalene is aromatic compound. Is it benzenoid, non-benzenoid? Naphthalene, benzenoid, aromatic. Benzenoid, aromatic. Is that clear, ma? So this way we have to understand concept here. Once you take the screenshot of this, take the screenshot of this, ma. Is that clear? Next. Condition 4 for aromatic character. Condition 4 for what? Aromaticity. For aromaticity, another condition what? The molecule must be flat. Flat means what? Planar. The molecule must be flat. It must be planar. Okay. Generally, if the first 3 conditions are met, okay, then it's usually safe to assume that the molecule is flat. When the molecule will be 100% flat, if the first 3 conditions are fulfilled. What are first 3 conditions? Tell me. First 3 conditions, what are they? First one is what? It should be the compound should be cyclic. Second condition, all atoms of the ring, all atoms of the ring should be what? Should be conjugated. Should be conjugated. They should be conjugated, right? And third condition is what? 4n plus 2 rule should be followed. That is Huckel's rule should be followed. And fourth condition now is what? The molecule must be flat. When the molecule can be taken as flat molecule, if these 3 conditions are fulfilled, if first 3 conditions are fulfilled, automatically the molecule must get flat geometry, planar geometry. Okay, so here one exception is there here. So a prominent means important. A prominent exceptional case is that okay, isomer of 10-aniline, one compound called 10-aniline. So in this 10-aniline, okay, there will be exceptional case here. See now here, first structure in this here. First structure, if you check here, it is cyclic. It is what now? Cyclic. And all the atoms, all the carbon atoms here, carbon atoms, all these. So these all carbon atoms are what? Conjugated. All the carbon atoms are conjugated. Cyclic structure is available. All the atoms are conjugated to each other. Then 4n plus 2 rule is followed. Here how many pi bonds there are totally? Totally 5 pi bonds. 5 pi bonds. 5 pi bonds indicates how many electrons? 10 pi electrons. 10 pi electrons means what will be the n value? N value will be 2. N value is what now? Integer. When it is integer, automatically we have to assume that this compound should be aromatic. But it is observed to be what now? Non-aromatic. See here, although it is cyclic, conjugated, and has pi electrons, 10 pi electrons in it. Okay, so it is not flat. It is not the flat molecule. Though first 3 conditions are fulfilled, the 4th condition, that is the flat molecule, is not obtained here in this case only in this case. The reason is that due to repulsions between hydrogen atoms that arise when it is in the flat conformation. Suppose if this molecule gets flat conformation, what happens now? Between this hydrogen and this hydrogen, there will be repulsions. But the repulsions will not be, should not be present here. The repulsions will make it, okay, the molecule without flat structure. The repulsion between the 2 hydrogens will make this molecule get non-flat structure. Okay, it won't get flat structure. That condition we have to understand. So since it is not flat molecule, it is not aromatic. The first 3 conditions are fulfilled here, but the 4th is not followed here. But remaining cases, what happens? If 3 conditions are followed by the organic molecule, automatically by default, the 4th condition, that is flat molecule, will be obtained. But in this, it is not possible. So the structure name is what here? 10-aniline. 10-aniline. How many carbons check it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 molecules. So 10-aniline. This cyclic structure with 10 carbon atoms. And you check this one here. In this case now, in this structure, now 2 hydrogens. The 2 hydrogen, in the place of 2 hydrogens here, CH2 is taken here. What is taken, ma? CH2. However, replacing the hydrogens with bonds to a bridging carbon. So this carbon is called what now here? CH2 carbon is what? Bridged carbon. Means it is carbon, bridging carbon. So replacing the hydrogens with bonds to a bridging carbon allows all carbon-carbon pi bonds, to be in the same plane. To be in the same plane means what here? Flat. The molecule will get flat structure. When all the carbon atoms are in the same plane, automatically it will be called flat molecule. Okay, so in this type of structure, all the carbons are having the planar geometry, planar shape. That's why it should be following what? The aromaticity and aromatic compound we have seen. So these 2 structures take into mind. Here hydrogens, their repulsions will be there. Here the 2 hydrogens are along with what? Bridged carbon. If 2 hydrogens are with the bridged carbon, it will get flat molecule. Once take the screenshot of this one. This example, remember, 10-aniline. Okay, next. So now another important topic is that degrees of unsaturation. Otherwise, we say index of hydrogen deficiency. Index of what? Hydrogen deficiency. Suppose you take here ethane, CH3, single bond CH3, right? And take ethene, here eth, 2 carbons. Here CH2, double bond CH2. Now see here, in this case, only sigma bond is there in ethane. But in ethene, 1 pi bond is there, 1 sigma bond is there, right now. So pi bond is there, sigma bond is there in this case. Now in this case, now what happened here? What is the formula of this C2H6? How many hydrogen atoms? 6 hydrogens for 2 carbon atoms. Then it got saturation. Single bond indicates for saturation. But in case of ethene, what is the formula, molecular formula? C2H4 only. Here for 2 carbons, 6 hydrogens there for saturation. Here for 2 carbons, how many hydrogens there, ma? Only 4 hydrogens there. How many hydrogens deficient here? 2 hydrogen atoms deficient. So between these two, the difference of hydrogen atoms, how many? 2 hydrogen atoms. 2 hydrogen atoms different. So when 2 hydrogen atoms are different between 2 molecules, we have to say this ethene is unsaturated compound with degree of unsaturation of 1. Degree of unsaturation will be 1 unit if 2 hydrogens are less than required for saturation. For 2 carbons, how many hydrogens required for saturation? 6 hydrogens. Because alkanes, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, all these are what alkanes with saturation. Why they are saturated? Because of single bond. Because of single bond between carbon atoms. For the saturation, okay, to every 2 carbon atoms, how many hydrogens required here? 6. But how many there in ethene? 4 only there. How many hydrogens lesser here? 2. When 2 hydrogen atoms are lesser, the degree of unsaturation will be 1. DOU is a DOU, degree of unsaturation. Degree of unsaturation is equal 1 for this molecule, ethene. Why it is 1? Because 2 hydrogens deficient. And also we say 1 pi bond. If 1 pi bond is there, degree of unsaturation will be 1. Degree of unsaturation will be 1 if 1 pi bond is present. Remember. Now imagine ethene. Ethene. Eth means how many carbons? 2 carbons. A CH, triple bond, CH. In this case now, how many pi bonds available? 2 pi bonds. In this molecule, how many pi bonds there? 2 pi bonds there here. In the triple bond, 2 bonds will be pi, 1 bond is sigma, right? So here, when 2 pi bonds are there, what should be degree of unsaturation? It should be 2. Each pi bond will contribute for 1 unit. So degree of unsaturation will be 2 if there are 2 pi bonds in the given molecule. Here, what is the formula of ethine? C2H2. C2H2. Generally, for saturation in ethane, for 2 carbons, how many hydrogen atoms are required? Actually, 6. But here, how many there in ethine? 2 only there. When 2 atoms are there, hydrogen atoms, how many deficient here? How many hydrogen atoms are deficient for saturation? 4 hydrogens deficient. Here 6 hydrogens should be there in saturated compound, but here only 2 hydrogens there. So what is the difference of number of hydrogen atoms between ethane and ethene? Sorry, ethane and ethine? 4 hydrogen atoms are deficient. So number of hydrogen atoms deficient by 2. So 4 hydrogen atoms deficient by 2 will be equal to 2. Degree of unsaturation will be 2. So 4 hydrogens deficient, that's why 2. Otherwise, 2 pi bonds are present, therefore degree of unsaturation is 2. That is also called what? Index of hydrogen deficiency. Index of what? Hydrogen deficiency we can say. Otherwise, degree of unsaturation we say. D means degree. O indicates off. U indicates unsaturation. Is that clear now? So there is also formula here for degree of unsaturation calculation. One formula is that. So generally in compounds, in organic compound, there will be carbon mainly. Hydrogen will be there. Carbon, hydrogen will be there. Other than carbon and hydrogen, remaining atoms are called heteroatoms. What are they called? Heteroatoms. Now nitrogen is heteroatom, halogen is heteroatom. Okay, here C indicates what? Number of carbons. Number of carbon atoms. H indicates what? Number of hydrogen atoms. N indicates what? Number of nitrogen atoms. X indicates number of halogen atoms. Halogen means what? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. If any atom is present, it will be taken as X number of atoms. If 2 atoms of bromine available, X value should be taken 2. If 1 atom of nitrogen is present in the given molecule, N value should be taken 1. If there are 6 carbon atoms, suppose in place of C, what we have take? 6. 2 into 6 like this. So 2 into number of carbons plus 2 plus number of hydrogens minus number of hydrogen minus number of halogens divided by 2. So this formula is what? Degree of unsaturation. Degree of unsaturation is equal to another formula. What we have to use here? 2 into number of carbon atoms plus 2 plus number of nitrogen atoms minus number of hydrogen atoms minus number of halogen atoms divided by 2. It will give degree of unsaturation. Now check in this molecule in ethene you take here. In ethene, how many carbons totally? 2 into 2. What is this? 2 into 2 plus 2 plus any nitrogen there here? 0. And how many hydrogen atoms there? 2. Number of hydrogens 2. Minus any halogens there in this molecule of C2H2? No, 0. So there are no halogen atoms. Divided by 2. Divided by 2.